bus, took down all their stuff, had them all sitting out there with their hands on top of their heads. The bus doors closed. I look at all of them and they all look at me, all lined up. And the bus just takes off. And that's the luck of the draw, you know what I mean? And I just got lucky that day. But Ghost Unit were on it and they were hitting the buses left and right. So you had to be careful.
We always hear mention of the Ghost Unit. Can you please inform us, what was the Ghost Unit, to your knowledge?
I think the buses out there were getting hit so heavy, all the after-school buses. I think a couple of drivers got jacked up too out there in the valley. And the lines were getting hit a lot, deep, you know, grills, front of the buses, outside windows. And they even made a crew called 234 line killer, because we sit there kill the line all day, you know. Certain riders rode certain lines, so just getting up on certain lines all day. But they travel everywhere. And they just made them because they just started making it. It was like, I think, a 5 or 10 man unit that were going out catching the riders.
You also mentioned the Riders Corner. How many Riders Corners were there, and what was the Riders Corner? Can you describe that for us?
Like a rider's bench. That's where all the riders would meet up and kick it. So like you had one in over in Panorama City, the Galleria. The 234 line ran all the way down Sapote to the Galleria, so all the riders from Stillmar would run it back and forth to get up. Some riders would just get up to school and back. You could run all the way to the Galleria. From there, you can meet riders from the west side and jump over into the west side on the 560 line. You could take the Hollywood line that way. You take the 420. You could take the 94 line into downtown. And we sit the 94 in the downtown a lot when we first started riding to go get like markers and stuff. So you would see like OGs up, like Triax, he was up. He's an old school First All City. Same. Sleaze was up. T-Lux was up. Two more had pieces down there in the parking lots in downtown back in the days. And you see them up on the bus benches. Because a lot of guys were getting landmarks. Those guys were getting landmarks off all the bus benches. Because they know all the riders were riding the bus lines.
Do you know who created the Riders Bench? Why was there a Riders Bench? Would everyone hang out there after school, or would you just be randomly passing, see the bus stop full and get off to hang out?
Riders would meet up, in the Galleria to kick it. So if you know I was running to the Galleria, you run into one or two riders there. They were just chilling. Panorama City had a Riders Bench. I think there was one in Fairfax. There was one on the west side too, one of the malls in the west side. And just riders, we knew that was like the Facebook or IG back then, because that's where you all meet up from different riders from different crews. And then a lot of times we would meet up and go racking. We'd go to the west side to go rack supplies, spray paint, markers, clothes, whatever, you know. We'd go on the west side to do that.
How would you steal paint back then? Before cameras, before security at every door, how was everyone stealing paint back then to go paint?
You have different spots where you know you could go rack paint at. Usually like a hardware store or auto parts store. A lot of times we go to different hardware stores. So if we would go like in a team, and like me and the homie Pale went racking one day. So
Pale, STP?
Yeah, Pale, OG Pale. And so we had to go, we were riding the buses to different hardware stores just to steal paint. So one of us would distract them while the other one would come up. Usually you'd have someone distract them, or you would go in, both you guys, and come up and get out real fast. And you just gotta watch the workers.
Where were you stuffing the paint?
Throw them down your pants, throw them in your armpit, down your pants.
Didn't they come out your pant leg?
Nah. Just tie a belt, tie them up real quick. Throw them in your sweater, two in your armpits,
Was there a favorite spot that you always went back to?
Just throw like 4 cans right here in your waist, easy. Throw another one up your armpit and walk out.
Do you ever get caught stealing at a store, and what happens?
We never got caught stealing paint. See, after a while, one of my cousins got a car. So we'd go on missions jacking. So we'd go probably like we'd go out to like Santa Clarita to go steal mean streaks, markers. And other days, these guys had keys. These guys, see, back then you had to steal everything. So everything was racky no matter what. All your supplies, all your paint, your clothes, whatever. So it was always, you know, some bus chasers, they were always on the go. They were racking all day, find a spot to sleep, wake up. So sometimes we'd go racking all the way up to Santa Barbara and just hit everything from here to Santa Barbara. So we might come back with the whole trunk full of spray paint. These guys were racking colognes at the time because they were making money. So they would go steal colognes. I'd go with them and spot them. But at the same time, they have to go steal paint for me so I could get my paint. So I would help them out, they'd help them out, and we'd go racking colognes, and they'd go, I'd get my paint.